So, you've watched the Infinity Saga, and now you don't know where to go with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Well, let me tell you, this is the MCU Watch Order for Idiots, Part 2. Now, don't worry, if you don't know what you're watching now, I wouldn't say that makes you an idiot. The MCU now has actually got quite confusing. There is TV shows, special presentations, movies, everything that you need to keep up with to be in the know with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But that's why I'm here, and we're going to go through it bit by bit so we know what to watch first and what to watch last and what to watch in the middle of it. So, our first project in Phase 4, WandaVision. This was the first project. This was the first Disney Plus TV show for the MCU. This works better as a week-to-week watch. I still think it's good. I think it's great. And I remember the highs of watching WandaVision week to week, thinking, ooh, can't wait for next week. So, yeah. WandaVision Season 1, the only season, is pretty good. And that's the first project in Phase 4 in the Multiverse Saga. Our next project in the Multiverse Saga, Falcon and Winter Soldier. This is another Disney Plus TV show. And this came out right after WandaVision. I believe there was a week with no Disney Plus TV show, and then boom, a week later, Falcon and Winter Soldier. Now, this show's good, and I still believe this show's got the best Disney Plus episode like they've done in it, and that's episode 4. I'm a big Captain America fan, and watching Captain America's legacy continue like this, I was a big fan of it. I liked it. I liked it a lot. So yeah. But our next project, another Disney Plus TV show. Where do they keep coming from? Loki. Ask a lot of people. Loki will be their favourite Disney Plus TV show. It's definitely Kyle's. I like Loki a lot. This was our first introduction to the multiverse for the Multiverse Saga. We got Kang, a variant of Kang, in it. And Kang is going to be our big bad in the Multiverse Saga. So, it was nice to get introduced to him. But, yeah, I like this show. It works. And we've got Season 2 coming in a month. So, I'm happy for that. Always like to get more Marvel Cinematic Universe. But, finally, our first film. Possibly the most out of place film ever in Marvel. This film should have come out right after Captain America Civil War. This film's a prequel. Obviously it has to be. The saving graces of this film is definitely Yelena and Red Guardian. But apart from that, this film's okay at best. Taskmaster was a load of shit. Now, I'm not saying Taskmaster was a load of shit because it's a woman. Taskmaster was a load of shit because the character just had no character. Was a rubbish villain. Obviously, they're coming back in Thunderbolts, so we'll have to see how that works. But, yeah. Anyway, the next project. What If? What If is kind of a mixed bag. There's some great episodes of What If, and there's some really horrible episodes of What If, so take with that what you will, but I still watch it because it comes together quite nicely at the end. But yeah, there's some stinkers in the middle of this, but then there's some fantastic episodes as well, so it's hard. And then our next project, Shang-Chi. This to me was the best Marvel Cinematic Universe film post Endgame, until another film came out that we're going to talk about later. But I love this film so much. The boss fight, oh god, everything with the Ten Ring. Wenwu's fantastic. Simu Liu absolutely rocks this role. So, yeah. Anyway, next is Eternals. I would probably call Eternals the most divisive Marvel film, because I do think this is a good film. I just don't think it's the greatest Marvel film. It's hard because I do like the film, but and I do want to see all the characters again. But the villain in it just wasn't handled well at all. The twist in it was not a good twist. So, yeah, but I want to see the characters again. Definitely. But our next project, Hawkeye. This was a Christmas-themed Disney Plus show. I actually really like this. Obviously, Haley Steinfeld as Kate Bishop. Arguably the best part about this. Jeremy Renner's always great as well. You know, in terms of like acting ability from our original Avengers, like Jeremy Renner's up there. Renner is up there. And they brought back Kingpin, so you can't go wrong with that. Obviously, a lot of people weren't a fan of how they did Kingpin, but I would rather have it be Vincent D'Onofrio than have it be anyone else. So that's all. That's going to make me happy. And a lot of people's favourite post-Endgame film, Spider-Man No Way Home. This is a very good film. A lot of people say, oh, it's just nostalgia, that's why I like it. I like this film up until the big nostalgia bits even happen, so I think it's great up until that bit. I don't think it's the best film post Endgame. I think there's at least two better than it, but it's good. This is a solid film. I know this is probably... Kyle says this is his favourite film of all time, and Kyle's a massive Spider-Man fan, so yeah, I can see why it would be. But right after Spider-Man, we've got another Disney Plus show, Moon Knight. I love this show so much. Interesting thing with this is they only got Oscar Isaac for... they only managed to get him to sign for one season of the show. He didn't have to sign a multi-pitch contract. And he was like, no, if the show's good, I'll come back and I'll do more. And he has said since that he will. Obviously, Alpha Harrow as well, Ethan Hawke's character. Fantastic in this as well. But yeah, Marvel got a really good start in 2022. Then it was followed up by Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Now, this film is... Do you know what? I'm going to say this film's good. I do like this film. Scarlet Witch, Wanda as an antagonist, I think works really well. I even like America Chavez. The Illuminati was fun for what they did with it. I think people were expecting like an Illuminati film. It was just a marketing tool, and I think they used them well for what they did with them. But yeah, I like the film. It's okay. I just don't think it should have been called Multiverse of Madness, considering they only went to 2 realities. I know they smashed through a load more, but nah. It should be just something else. But the next Disney Plus show. This is a Disney Plus show I thought I wouldn't be for me, I did not think this show would be for me. Boy, how wrong was I. This show's great. And the thing that makes this show so great is Amanda Villani. Her love for the character is what it translates on screen, and you can just tell that she loves Marvel and she loves his character, so it makes it a lot easier for you to get behind the character and love what's going on. And next, I believe, is... Yep, that's right. Thor, Love and Thunder. Look, I'll say it. There's issues with this film, but I also like this film. I do. There's talks lately of Taika Waititi possibly coming back to do another Thor film. I'm up for that. I think Taika's great. I do think Gorr the God Butcher was wasted in this. And I do think it was too silly at some points in the film. It was, but that's what you get with Taika. Obviously he did Ragnarok, which was the perfect balance, but this was okay. I do like the film, but yeah, not Marvel's best, but not everything's going to be Avengers Endgame. Not everything's going to be Captain America: The Winter Soldier. But boy, She-Hulk is yeah. She-Hulk's got some great episodes, I'll say that. Episode 1 I thought was fantastic. I did really like episode 1 of She-Hulk. And the Daredevil episode. I thought the Daredevil episode of She-Hulk was great. Obviously I'm biased to that. I'm a big Daredevil fan. But like I said about Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin, like, why bring Daredevil back if you're going to do him differently? One, I don't think he was done all that different. I thought he was very true to his character. You know, obviously Daredevil can have a bit of fun every now and then. And I think he saw what he was doing is like not as important as saving Hell's Kitchen, where he's from. So he was in a bit of a lighter mood. But yeah, no, I'm just happy that they got Charlie Cox back. That's the most important thing to me. But yeah, She-Hulk overall, it's not a great show. It's not, but what are you going to do about it? It just had a lot of wasted potential, and it just wasn't funny. I think that's its biggest sin. It's not funny. It's a comedy. It's supposed to be funny. And it just wasn't. It had some chuckles in it here and there. And some big laughs as well, but not a lot. It should have had chuckles throughout and then big laughs, like a couple of big laughs every episode, but it just didn't have them. But now, Marvel's first special presentation. This was a Disney Plus special presentation. This is about an hour or a 45-minute long special that they did for Halloween. This is great. This is just straight to the point. The stuff in the maze with the other monster hunters. You know, the werewolf himself. Man-Thing? Swamp Thing's a DC one. Man-Thing is the Marvel one. Man-Thing's great. I enjoy this format. If Marvel could just like release little specials here and there for characters that, let's put it this way, that do a Disney Plus show and then drag it out for 6 episodes and it's all be filler and not a lot really happens. If they could just get it into an hour or 45-minute long segment and just make a little special out of it, that's great. But next, this is the end of Phase 4. Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Obviously Marvel was stuck in a tough spot with this one. Chadwick Boseman passing away. I still think they should have recast T'Challa. But this film honours Chadwick in every way possible. Now, do I think Shuri should have been the new Black Panther? No. I think if it was going to go in the route of someone else has to be Black Panther, it should have been Nakia. All day it should have been Nakia. But that's not what they decided to do. Obviously the number one thing they should have done is recast. So I think that's where this film really suffers, is there is no Chadwick Boseman. And there's no Black Panther until the 3rd act. So that's another thing where it falls weak. Obviously Namor's great in the role, despite what's going on with Taika right now, but I'm not here to discuss that. But yeah, no, I wouldn't say it's a hard watch, it's a sad watch. And I just couldn't look at Kyle in the eyes when it was finished, because I knew if I did I'd probably cry. So usually we look at each other and like give each other a look. It's like, what do you think? And we can kind of tell by each other's eyes, but no. This was just a bit, I'll put it this way, it's the most fun you'll have at a funeral. So, yeah. But now, I don't know really where to put Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. Like, it came out after Black Panther, but obviously Black Panther was the end of Phase 4, so is this Holiday Special the beginning of Phase 5? Maybe, but this were great. This were just a fun holiday special. I watched it when it came out, and I watched it again on Christmas Day. The relationship between Drax and Mantis works really well in this. But yeah, like I said about Werewolf by Night, I like this format. These 1 hour long, 45-minute long, short little side adventures. They work, and it works well in this Christmas special. And we got a lot of character for Mantis, which really helped later on in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. But probably the most hated Marvel film of all time. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. This film... Right, I'll say what the film did well. this film got Kang right. For me, it got Kang right. Obviously, there's something that happens at the end with Kang that I'm not a big fan of, and they changed the ending of this film a month before it came out. Big mistake as well. Big mistake. They should have just left this film with what the original ending was. Sounds. It could have at least fixed the third act for people, and maybe people would look at the film a bit more favourably. But, yeah. I feel like it got Kang right. Just overall in this, I didn't enjoy the writing. I do think the second half of the film is a lot better than the first half, but that second half is when we properly get Kang, so that's probably why. But yeah, definitely one of the weaker MCU films. But we go from one of the weaker MCU films to one of the strongest. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. This is the film that Marvel needed right after Quantumania, because this film's amazing. Obviously, James Gunn's swan song, the Guardian swan song. The last time we're going to see this team on screen. Obviously, it's probably the last time for Zoe Saldana. It's definitely the last time for Dave Bautista. He said he don't want to continue anymore, which is fair enough. He's done it for 9 years. That's a long time to do anything and get all that makeup on and everything. But yeah, this is the best post-Endgame film, without a doubt. And I'd love to be able to end it here and go, right, that's it, let's wrap this list up, and I'm going to do a video on what's to come from Marvel, but unfortunately we're going to have to end the video on Secret Invasion. This is Now, I think the first 5 episodes of Secret Invasion are pretty good. I do like them. But this show is the main reason why it's so important to stick the landing with what you're doing. Because this has the worst ending I have seen to any TV show, any movie, or anything lately. It just completely goes the complete opposite direction of what this show is and what the show's DNA was, and somehow manages to turn it into a big CGI fight. So yeah, not a fan of the last episode, Secret Invasion, but I did like the 5 leading up to it, and they should have stuck in this realm. They didn't have to add Super Skrulls because it's Nick Fury. The Skrulls are strong enough. They would have been threatening enough. But no, they added Super Skrulls, and yeah, it's just a shame that I've got to end the video here. Obviously, we've got Loki Season 2 coming out in a month. We've got The Marvels coming out just after that, and then we've got What If Season 2 in December. Echo was supposed to be coming out this year, but they've moved it to January. We're going to talk about that on the show tomorrow, but still, that has been the Marvel Cinematic Universe watch order for the Multiverse Saga. Now, so, let me know what you think down below. Do you like the video? Do you hate the video? You're probably thinking, Callum, where's I Am Groot? We wanted I Am Groot in this list. Listen, nobody wants I Am Groot. I Am Groot is shit. Nobody likes it. We're getting Season 2 of I Am Groot. I don't care. But yeah, let me know what you think down below. Like, subscribe, all the good stuff. And yeah, let me know what your favourite film is on this list. In the in the Phase 4, part of Phase 5, in the Multiverse Saga so far. I'd be really interested to know. But yeah, see you all guys later.